Philosophies derived over 100 years ago could still greatly influence a business today. How so? Let's go back in time. Hello world, Mike Ploger and Visme here doing something a little different than normal, teaching a lesson in history. However, we're still going to connect our past with the present. Let's rewind all the way back to 1919. Believe it or not, the world was coming out of its own flu pandemic. But of course, that's not all. Allow me to introduce you to Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist who delivered the theory that all humans have a dominant trait that leads to behavioral patterns, desires, values, and motivations. He came up with a list of 12 archetypes which people still use to define individuals today. Here's the thing though. They can be applied to businesses as well. And when you're looking to define your company or find your voice or connect with your target audience, knowing your brand archetype can be massively beneficial. So, in this video, we're going to dive into Mr. Jung's 12 archetypes and provide company examples along the way to help you better understand how to connect the two and how to apply these archetypes yourself. Shall we? Jung's first archetype is the creator. These people or brands are all about creativity and innovation. They're not stealing ideas and replicating products. They're the first to idealize and build them themselves. Creators see a problem and build something never seen before to solve it. That's how they want to create value for their customers. It'll allow their customers to think and express themselves freely, which naturally appeals to artists and experimenters. Most creators thrive in art, design, technology, and marketing. Adobe and Apple are two creator archetypes. Adobe is a leader in creative software with their suite that allows people to design or edit videos, photos, audio, documents, and more through constantly innovating technology. And think of how many products Apple has produced that was never before seen. The iPhone and MacBook are a couple recent examples. To apply the creator brand strategy, you must push creative freedom and product innovation. Find new ways to market your brand rather than the same style ads that we see for countless other brands. Remember, people expect fresh, sleek ideas from a creator. That's across the board from products to marketing to overall style. Strive to bring your audience's ideas to life. Tap into their imagination. What do they need and what can you build to provide that? The sage is an archetype based on knowledge and information. These people or brands seek truth and intelligence, and they want to spread it with their audience. Sages are trusted. They're leaders who people will continuously come back to when they're seeking answers. They don't share vague information, but rather proven facts and statistics to back it up. And because of this, their audience is among the most loyal. Teachers and professors are sages, as well as those in news and media. As is the case, it probably doesn't take you long to think of some examples. Google is perhaps the biggest. We trust Google to provide reliable answers to nearly every question imaginable. And the BBC is a television network that has established itself as a trustworthy source for news around the globe. Applying the sage strategy won't happen overnight. You must build trust and credibility over time with your audience. You do that by continuously sharing up-to-date and insightful, useful information. And you do that by making proper hires for research and development. One bad apple can spoil the bunch if someone shares incorrect information. And lastly, trust that you're speaking to an educated audience. You don't need to dumb anything down or oversimplify anything. Provide the facts and do so over and over and over again. Healthcare brands, nonprofits, and baby products are all examples of the caregiver archetype. They're compassionate, understanding, and nurturing. The caregiver is the motherly figure who has your best interests at heart. The World Wildlife Fund is an excellent example of a caregiver. They're not working for themselves, but rather working to protect and care for the environment. Or let's talk diapers and the company Pampers. They're a symbol for mothers and families who are looking out for their young children. If you're a caregiver brand, you must always put your customer first. And that's not just with the product, but with your messaging and voice in advertising as well. You'll want to appeal to your audience's emotional side, offering support and compassion. Show empathy to the challenges your audience is facing. Just don't be too pushy. Offer help, but don't demand it. When it comes to companies or individuals with strong moral values, those are the innocent. They're pure, natural. They don't want to do any wrong or harm anyone. And they're always positive. Think skincare or beauty products. Nestle's purified water is a good example. Their ads focus on purity, optimism, and nature. True Botanicals is another one. Their focus is natural ingredients in their products, and their marketing gives off a very innocent aura. Opposite of the sage, the innocent will need to simplify any and all messaging. They'll build their brand through honesty and transparency. Just beware of looking naive or out of touch with reality. That can push an audience away. You must find the fine line of being simple, real, and natural. The jesters are the life of the party. They want to laugh and have fun and not take themselves too seriously. And they want others to join in on that same attitude. Let go of the stress. Make light of a situation rather than worry about it. It's okay to step out of your comfort zone a little bit. That's a jester's mindset. They can be found anywhere, but food and entertainment is where they're most commonly found. This can be a great place for a small brand like the Dollar Shave Club. Want to compete with the giants like Gillette? Create a humorous video that'll receive millions of views in just a matter of days. The big companies can be jesters too. Take Doritos and their Wild West advertising with Lil Nas X and Sam Elliott. Off the hinges, but it connects with their audience. To apply the jester strategy, you may have to take a risk, but you'll have fun doing it. Be witty and create memories for your customers. Test your jokes before publishing them and don't cross any moral or legal lines. And if you're a company that relies on trust, like say a bank or a jeweler, I'd recommend not being a jester. It's not for everybody. The magician turns fiction into reality, the impossible to possible. They'll take you to places that you've only dreamed of. These people rely heavily on imagination and creativity, but they don't stop there. They build on these ideas that transform experiences that before were purely spiritual. A prime example is none other than Disney. From their animated movies to the most magical place on earth that is Disney World, people are put into a reality that they've never experienced before. Polaroid once captured magic when pictures could be instantly printed out of their cameras, something people thought was impossible prior to their product. This archetype is best suited for brands who promise to take customers on a transformative journey. Think resorts and spas or the entertainment and hospitality industry. The magician relieves all stress from their audience. The rulers are the alphas, the elite, the best of the best, or at least they strive to be. They're authoritative influencers, they're rarely questioned, associated with success and wealth, and chase perfection at every corner. They're often viewed as masculine and power hungry. Here you'll find your luxury brands, from cars to hotels to high-end jewelry. Think Rolex, they're the king of the watch industry. How so? Well, their marketing. They show some of the most successful and well-known celebrities wearing their watches in their ads. In turn, people associate their brand with success and notoriety. To establish a ruler archetype, you must show an audience that you're a dominant brand in the market. Use luxury colors in marketing like black and purple, and help your audience realize that paying the premium for your product will make them appear more sophisticated and successful. The eighth archetype is the hero. These people and brands seek to make the world around them better. They not only take on the challenges themselves, but they motivate others to do the same. They're a symbol of courage and inspiration. Nike's slogan, "Just Do It," is a prime example of a hero slogan. It's motivating in nature, and their innovative products that push their audience to be better do the same. Another example you may have not considered is FedEx. They market their employees as heroes for overcoming any challenge and getting packages delivered on time. To apply this archetype, you'll need inspirational messaging that'll push an audience to take action. You'll need products that consistently surprise an audience. And it doesn't hurt to use high-achieving public faces that the public can relate to. Look, there's nothing wrong with being normal. And that's Jung's ninth archetype, the regular guy. These brands don't target a specific niche. The regular guy is the vast majority of our population, so they can cast their net to a much larger audience. These are your everyday brands in clothing, food, home decor, and furniture. which is why our first example is IKEA. Almost everybody has shopped at an IKEA at some point in time. Their practical and affordable products are perfect for the average Joe. And Gap is another brand that we seemingly find in everyone's closet. Their clothes fit all styles, ages, genders, and body types. Their marketing focuses on fitting in exactly what the regular guy archetype is about. So to apply this strategy, you mostly just need to be friendly and down to earth. No major risks need to be taken. Customers should feel comfortable and at home when thinking of the regular guy companies. They'll keep coming back if you can continuously achieve high quality, satisfactory products. The rebel or the outlaw archetype is quite the opposite of the regular guy. They stand out, but because they don't follow the rules. They value freedom and will fight to achieve it. The rebel is aggressive. They won't listen or abide by societal norms just because everybody else does. These are companies that celebrate unorthodox personalities like tattoo parlors or motorcycle manufacturers. Which brings me to the example of Harley-Davidson. Their ads challenge people to be different and bold, break away from the everyday boring routine, change your life, and live on the wild side. Anarchy and anger make the rebel archetype's ears perk up. So rebel brands will show that they stand by and support them. They don't follow the rules or societal norms, and they believe in true freedom of expression. A rebel customer will appreciate a new solution to the same old problems. Hopping into the final two archetypes, number 11 is the Explorer. Think Red Bull or Jeep here. These brands tap into their audience desires to travel, try something new, or seek adventure. This audience is rarely satisfied. They're always looking for a new way to fulfill themselves. Again, think of how free-spirited Red Bull ads are. Red Bull sponsors planes, helicopters, and even astronauts falling from the edge of space. And then Jeep will push advertising that makes viewers want to travel the world. With Jeep, you can go practically anywhere. The Explorer customers will get bored easily, so you must appeal to their often questionable yet thrilling desires. Explorers aren't safe, so don't be safe in your marketing if this is where you fit in. And Carl Jung's last archetype is the lover, the true romantic, the people with the soft side who value intimacy and an emotional connection. One example here is Chanel. They want to create desire and passion, which is what their ads strive for. Caregiver is similar. Through their chocolate, you can create strong, intimate relationships with your partner. So if you haven't picked up on it, these brands will use aesthetic appeal to reach their audience. You want to empower people to be bold and daring with just a touch of romance. The goal with this archetype is to make an audience feel loved, and your product can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all. Carl Jung was wise beyond his years when he shared these archetypes, and now it's up to you to continue his legacy when shaping your brand identity. I hope we were able to help you realize which archetype your company is. If so, please do us a favor by liking this video. We want to help as many people like you as possible, and a simple click can do that. Also, if you really like this video, I bet there's more videos on our channel that you'd like as well. Hit that subscribe button so you can see what we'll come out with next. Thank you so much for watching. We'll hope to see you again very soon. With Visme, I'm Mike Ploger, helping you make information beautiful.